What it do, my family? Welcome back to Digital Diets Online. It's your host with the most. It's been a while, but folks, I've been working on that site to make sure that thing is optimal and helpful for you guys. So thank you for your patience. But you know what? The tutorials must go on. So let's keep it moving. Today, we are going to do a Terminator style type of tutorial. These are the results. This is the result I'm gonna show you. This is just another version of it. I've seen some decent Terminator tutorials, but I wanted to kind of do my own and see if I can do something different. So with that being said, let's go on ahead and get what we need. Okay, so let's go on ahead and open Terminator. And these are all the things I got from just Google. All right, you got your snapshot of smoke. See, I don't really need that, but that you got your Terminator head. And the key thing is, folks, is make sure you have something that actually represents what you have. All right, so representing as in take a picture where whatever skull you get, you can line it up and pretty much have that a part of what you have. All right, so let's go on ahead and click and drag this and put this right here. Okay, so what you're going to do is you are going to first bring down the opacity, all right, to about we'll say about 65. All right, your goal is to first, okay, get certain areas and certain parts in which you think you can match up with the face. All right, in my case, I was able to get it to where, let's see here, get it as close as possible. So we'll say about, okay, we'll say about right here. Okay, cool. So we got that. Just kind of bring that in just a little bit. Okay, bet. So we have this, boom. But it doesn't stop there. You copy it again, and that's almost like you pretty much customize where you want certain things to be on your face. So here it's the same thing. All right, you have this right here. So what you do is you cut out all the excess. So for me, let's go ahead and cut this off from right here. Okay. Boom. And see, that's cool. Let's do about, we'll say about right here. Okay. And let's move this over. And let's go ahead and copy this one more time. Come on, baby. Baby. Alright, let's go ahead and move this right here. Let's go ahead and get that eye up to about right here. And we can actually make this larger so it can stretch out. Get this as close as possible. Alright, cool. And let's do the same thing. And let's see. I don't think we gotta do too much. Yeah, let's move this out the way. Let's move that out the way. And let's basically clean this up. So
What you gonna do when you grow up and have to face
And let's see what we have. Let's see what we got. Okay. So we basically have what we need in a nutshell once you have all your parts. And let's go on ahead and bring up the opacity. Now, this should be close to exactly what I did, so have no fear, right? So just in case you mess up, I always tend to do this, but let's actually drag this down and just keep an extra file at bay, all right? And you can label these if you want to for the sake of this tutorial and not cutting too many corners. All right, we're gonna do left, right eye, and then we have jawline. Okay. So once we have that, now let's take our eraser. Let's bring down the hardness to about 3, and let's make that a feasible size. And just go around the picture, and let's start to bring in what we have. All right. So let's go ahead and do that. All right. Now the thing is, folks, is for the sake of time, I don't want to make this video incredibly too long, because really the time really matters based off of how much detail you put. And when it comes to basically recreating this, it's really up to you on how much detail you want. You understand? In this case, I wanted to show you guys just the blueprint of what I did. You know, not exactly, but close to, right? So, and that's the thing about it too, folks. Like, you gotta know where your lines are at. So let's go ahead and do that. And like, the beauty of this, in a nutshell, is that everybody's will be different in some kind of way, and that's what's so cool about making these kind of pictures, is that you can go with this in so many types of ways. And also too, based on your arrangement, just be aware of your lines. My lines are straight. You know what I'm saying? My lines are straight, but as I said, for the sake of time, it's just whatever. All right, and let's see here. We're gonna get this portion of it. Okay. So let's do that. All right. Beautiful. Let's get that jawline. Alright, beautiful. That jawline, ready to go. And the great thing too is, you know, you can always move around and do certain things like that, and, you know, pretty much perfect what you got. You know, so that's always a plus. But like, have some meat hanging down right there, some skin. All right. So Let's see. Do I want to add another one? Yeah, why not? It's not exactly like the other one, but you get the gist. You know, it's about swip and swap. Alright. Get that joint right there. Alright, excellent. So we have the basics pretty much done, right? But the next thing I wanted to do is I wanted to provide another layer of skin to kind of act like the dermis. Okay, you have the exodermis, and now you have the dermis. So we're gonna make a copy. Excuse me. We're gonna make a copy, and I'm gonna label this X, and I'm gonna label this N. All right, so the endermis. And we are going to go to, let's go to vibrant, and we're going to clip that to the end. And what we're going to do is we're going to, I skipped a step, I apologize. What we're going to do is we're going to move this down just a little bit. All right, we're going to nudge this down, and we're going to go to vibrant, and we're going to crank it all the way up. All right, crank it all the way up. We're going to have a saturation to this kind of reddish color, right? And then we're going to get our hue saturation, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to clip that, but then we're going to get this to a red color. Okay, so let's see, I should be stumbling upon red very soon. Where are you, buddy? There we go. There we go. All right. And you can crank that up. Boom. Okay. Okay. So now we have pretty much our basics when it comes to our skin. Okay. So how I got this kind of painted effect. I forgot one important thing, and I'm tripping. Let's go ahead and apply the smoke. So with anything here, okay, make sure it's on top of your top layer. Now, mind you, this is all about you being creative at this point. So you can go on ahead and make a lighten or a screen. That all depends on you. So let's do screen. And let's take the eraser and fade that in. All right. Cool. And you can add this anywhere you want to. All right. Now, that's the basis of like how you get the first part. Okay. Now, you can blend this in all kinds of ways, but to get this painted effect, now let's go on ahead and let's save this. I'm a big fan of saving. So let's turn this to a JPEG, and let's do Terminator. Oh, can't spell. Terminator 1. Put this on our desktop, okay? And save it to a high quality. All right, let's get rid of these guys right here, and let's open this up. Okay, so now we have our picture. Now, as I showed last time, we always like to make certain copies, except this time we are going to say this one is color and this one is gray. All right, so what we're going to do here is we are going to turn this layer, and we're going to go to stylize, and we're going to go to oil paint. Okay, now you can adjust your settings accordingly, but in order to get this a particular texture, all right, stylization, 7.0 cleanliness, 8.1 scale, 1.2, and bristle detail 5.5. Okay, once you have that, hit OK, and you have this. This already looks pretty dope to me. Yeah. So let's go on ahead and go to our gradient. And remember, if you want this to only stick to a certain layer, you go on ahead and you click that. All right. And let's go to our gradient map. Now, in one of my previous tutorials, I taught you guys how to get other things loaded to your gradient palette. So whatever gradient you see fit, you can choose that. For the sake of time, you guys can do that another time. But I pretty much went with a sepia effect, or a sepia effect. All right, and we try to get the one that I liked a lot. Let's see. This one. Which one was it, Don? Find it. Okay. I believe it's this one right here. All right, it's this one. Okay. So once you hit OK, all right, you have this right here. The next thing that you are going to do is you're going to add some vibrance to the whole thing. All right. Oops. Let me hit that. So let's add some vibrance. Let's actually make the skin pop a little bit more. All right here, and that's cool. All right, and you can mess with that if you want to. It's up to you. But make the skin pop. So I'm gonna put this back down here. All right, cool. So now, all right, let's go to our gradient tool. Let's take our eraser and let's start to paint in what we want to show. All right. So obviously I want my eye to radiate. All right. I want this eye to radiate too. All right, cool. And you can also mess with some parts as well. You know, if you want to have some parts showing, that's cool as well. It's really up to you, right? Pretty cool. You know, just to have an added flair. It's really up to you. But let's see. That looks pretty cool. And for my jacket, at least do that. Close. And we're just going to just erase this away. And ladies and gentlemen, you pretty much have what you need to make a Terminator poster or picture. Okay? So I'm always a big advocate of being creative. So yeah, take what I taught you and go crazy with it. Have fun. All right. And in case you're wondering, okay, where I got this cool glitch effect here, I use a program called Red Giant. I simply put this into Premiere Pro. Used Red Giant's Magic Bullet, and I was able to adjust those colors accordingly. So I might, well, I don't know. Actually, I've already done a tutorial based on creating this effect. So if you want to see that, go and see that. But other than that, this is what we have, folks. So it's your host with the most, Don King here. Thank you guys for tuning in. As I said, there will be content coming your way frequently. I've been gone for a while, only to really make sure my website is, tip top for you guys. So thank you guys for tuning in. It definitely means the world to me. Please visit digitaldietsonline.com where you guys can find a career and I'm almost done with all my careers, so we're going to start having click a picture videos as well as motivational think pieces about school and also other materials you can use for your school. So yeah, man, I'm excited. Thank you guys for tuning in, and please subscribe to whatever it is that you can get to. My social medias will be listed at the bottom. Thank you.